doing the work of Yahweh outside. Doing the work of Yahweh outside, who people ignorantly call and have been calling, still calling God and Jesus Christ. Before we get going into this, we're going to face the east and give all honor, praise, and glory to every Father, name, and Son. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Yahweh, Kakwadachi. Double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostles, saved, those ones down the elder men that bring those to the church on down. Shalom to the rest that may be out here, been out here under the same doctrine. On to the Octavia, this faction, what they need to do. Shalom, and to the rest of the Octavia doing likewise. Shalom. Alright, to the rest of the believers. So yeah, man, we go ahead and kick it off with Zephaniah 1. Just go straight into it. Zephaniah, the first chapter.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 14, it says, the great day of the Lord is near.
Right, that's what I was just telling the little dudes. Like, we've been at the last end. We've been in the last days since Yahweh Shah came. Right? Let's get that.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, the Heavenly Father, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken.
Hath in these last days. This is written basically after Yahweh Shah was crucified, resurrected again. So basically like 2,000 years ago, right? So we've been in the last days. I'm getting that to say, because guys out there talking about Abba Bibbs was here, it wasn't the last days, that's just off. Alright, so let's jump back. We've been in the last days, but now we're in the end of the last days. Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14, the great day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is near. It is near and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Yeah, it's a day that's very bad. The day of the Lord, the end of the last days, when all things that you know are set to end. It's closer than ever before. And people completely are where they need to be in it. The brothers got a saying through the Spirit, basically everybody in the Spirit. Everybody in their lot. Alright? You can read that verse one more time.
Yeah, go ahead. Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
And you can see everything happening because what's hasting greatly is what the Lord told us we was going to see. And we started to see these very things. In Habakkuk 2 and 3.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
See? And the vision dealing with seeing, right? Everything we're going to see in the end, we're starting to see now, right? Go ahead.
For the vision,
we will see, right? We're starting to see now, go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
What's the appointed time? The end, right? Everybody on earth, and that needs to be on earth, that was written to be on earth at the end of the last days, them doing the things they're supposed to be doing, or have done the things they're supposed to have done. That's when it's going to happen, right? There.
But at the end, it shall speak.
That's exactly what you're going to see at the end, right? So the things we're going to see, this is talking about what this is talking about. When at the end, things we're going to see at the end. And these things show you that it's the end. Okay?
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right. If it ain't tarrying, ain't no lukewarm areas with the Lord. Ain't supposed to be. Ain't no gray areas, black and white. So if it ain't tarrying, it's what? It's hasty. See that? Let's go back.
Kind.
You're starting to see these little creatures, overbearing. Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse Shalom, brother. Zephaniah 1 and 14, it says the great day of the Lord is near.
Right.
It is near,
Right.
and hasten greatly.
That's right.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord.
Right.
The mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
That's why brothers gotta stay in the spirit, man. And that's why you want to be in the spirit, because we at the end. And how we starting to see these things. Alright, when you go to second Ezra, try to pull up, and we go over this, so those that are usually tuned in, of course we know this. We gotta keep reading. This is second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? So stay on it. Meaning what? Watch. Going into Luke, the 22nd chapter, or the 21st chapter, in which the Lord told us to do what? Watch. Right? And pray. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time and when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See that? And we starting to see these things. We're starting to see, we've already been seeing these things. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. What just happened in Sri Lanka? They literally overthrew their government, man. Basically, they chased the dude that ruled it completely out of town. Alright? And they trying to end their bloodline from ruling. Anybody else of that man's lineage going and rulership after. So that, because he's wicked. And that's a sign of what? People are against wicked rulers. It's a sign of the wicked rulers aren't ruling anymore. It's a sign of that image. Wicked rulers no longer ruling. Alright? So we starting to see all these uproars, and now it's getting to the point where we're saying, and now it's getting to the point where we're starting to see detailed things, man. Just had an event occur before we came up here. In my little crib or whatever, out in the parking lot. It was tragic, man. It was basically, it almost literally ended in tragedy. But I mean, it couldn't even get any further from tragedy. I mean, shit. Only thing that was missing was death, really. Right? But it was spiritual death. Basically, it was these dudes that pulled up on this Jake that stayed in the area, right? And what ended up happening was they was in this crib. They pulled up to his crib to come get his girl, right? Because she's with now one of the two niggas that pulled up to take her. But in the dude she's with currently and living with crib, he pulls up, find out he's there. His mom and shit there. He just wild out. The nigga outside with no shoes. They yelling all in the light. It was crazy, man. And he just ended up attacking them. He's like, who's these niggas in my crib? Who the fuck is these niggas in my crib? Little young dude, right? And I'm like, man, see? Just talking about this. These women. These goddamn women. He ended up attacking. He appeared to be a Judite. And the two dudes that pulled up to get her, one of them was like an outright Issacharite. And the other dude was an older dude who say he was the Issacharite's brother. Like he was so-called mixed or some shit. But nonetheless, he ended up attacking the Issacharite dude, right? Whooping his ass, and then the other dude jumped in. They basically jumped him. The whole time, his mom, that was wilding like to the girl that was supposedly his girl, like, who was these niggas in my crib that was coming to pull up and take him? That he pulled up and, opened his door to inside his shit. So that transpires, and then in the parking lot, and then, now and he just screamed at the top of his lungs, and they arguing and shit. And he just attacks the Issacharite, and then what ended up happening was the other dude, the big brother, he was holding the mom, or the mom was holding him back. He ended up breaking from the mom, ended up beating up the dude. They was one-on-one in it, and they ended up beating up, he started punching. You could hear the punches from the crib. It was like a damn horror movie, man. Them just beating them, and then the mom, she hit the floor. They started beating the mom ass. Beating the shit out of her. I'm talking about beating, these niggas was on demon time, beating the fuck out of them, man. All of them was dudes. It was only females. The dude, the Jake mom, right, screaming at the chick that got caught in the dude's crib with two niggas that was coming to get him, right? And then his mom, I don't know if she was already there or pulled up, right? And then what ended up happening, he ended up getting up because the dude he attacked, this car he attacked. It's like he got attacked to where he hit the ground first, and he never got up the whole time. And then what ended up happening was, Jake got up and was standing over him after getting like pummeled and shit. His mom got ass whooped, and then they went back at it. Before you know it, the girl now, she's screaming, "Oh my God, stop! Stop, please! Don't stop doing this!" It's blood everywhere. He's leaking and shit, blood all on his arm. Next thing I seen in my head, it's like, man, you thinking in the moment like, this is shit we saying. This is all prophecy. How these dudes gonna be dead out here in the street? You know, these women gonna cry having no bridegroom. They're gonna lay desolate. You can get that in Jeremiah 3. I want to say 21. All right. Lord said these ones gonna be dead in the street like dumb, man. But what ended up happening? He ended up standing over him, like I said, and they ended up going back at it. And then what ended up happening after that? Like I said, at that point, it was just an outright demon fest, man. I'm talking, you could hear the punches, he was beating the shit. Like, cause dude was like, he was pacing with the mom at first. Like, he was suffering her, like, but he like, man, fuck that. He just wanted to do some demon shit. They beat this nigga ass over this bride while she's screaming and then set the shit up the whole time. You know, the brother, he seen it, he heard the shit, you know? She set the whole shit up. Now he started to spill out blood because they just started beating the shit out of him and his mom. And she like, oh my God, look what you doing to him. Look what you did. Look at him. He get up, next time you see him, the nigga look like Martin. For those that seen the episode where Martin was in a boxing match, he like a freak. I'm talking about Jake hurting their own people, and I'm thinking in the moment like, damn, this is actually, don't get in judgment. This is exactly why you don't get in judgment. Next thought I had in the spirit was, yo, I'm seeing a dude in a white shirt that jumped in, pulling out a gun and just putting a nigga to death. They fighting behind cars, like in a moat. It's like a moat. And he shot, he didn't shoot, so like, they basically behind the truck. So they behind Ock sitting there in the fucking truck, and these niggas like behind, like that shit was crazy. Niggas, all you see is this nigga standing up punching them. The mom down, the Issacharite down, the Jake down, and the only one standing up is the nigga that jumped in and the fucking bride, man. This nigga beating the shit out of his mama. So the stupid nigga, it's so much you can say on it, I ain't gonna try to put it all on here, but all these niggas, man, if you can get Jeremiah 7, matter of fact, you can get Jeremiah 7 and 14, you know? Because it gets you mad. You know, our people fucking stupid, man. Bring that out real quick. The woman shall cry having no bride, or the man gonna get dunked in the street. Basically all that. That's in there. That's in there. No, Jeremiah 3. It might be Isaiah 3. Try Isaiah 3. If you can't find it, you know what I'm saying, just say something. You know? Yeah, 3 and start at verse. Start at 16. Isaiah 3 and 16.
says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks.
You know what? Start at 8, and then we're gonna jump to 12. Check this out. Right?
Isaiah 3 and 8.
Uh-huh.
For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen.
Right. So our people were completely like in the disarray. It was complete disarray. For all you know, then I'm thinking like, yo, it was so crazy. I thought news immediately. I thought news thing, like, this shit finna be on the news, cause he finna shoot this nigga. If you beating the nigga, all you see is this nigga just punching relentlessly, and you hear the punches. Then blood, next time he lift up all the way, you see blood on the sleeve. That shit is crazy. I'm just thinking he about to just pull out a gun next. But this is the state of our people. Out there killing each other. You don't jump in that shit. Only thing I wanted to tell him, which I basically got a chance, to tell the dude that got beat up, like, y'all gonna die for this shit, man. But we didn't get to it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 3 and 8. For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory.
So our people, they continuously find themselves in these boondock situations, these stupid situations, because they don't know the Lord and they doing things they not supposed to. They're not doing what the Lord told them to do, and instead doing the things the Lord told them not to do. So it makes sense why you out here fighting, beating up mamas, your elders, coming to save a bride who belonged to another nigga, and y'all get mad because he pissed and jump on one of you niggas because you in his crib taking his girl while she's clearly a damn whore, slut. Go ahead, we're gonna get to that though. That was it on that? Yeah, go to it.
Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right, you only see, and what basically got, and you see it, you look out, look on the news, look out your window. That's how this is all prophecy. But you see, you become oppressed because all you see is our people bugged the hell out, dying in conflict, spilling each other's blood. And it's because these young ass niggas. If you get 2 Ezra 5 and 8, it says, "Ask for my people what?" One more time.
It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors.
Right, young people, children. They out pulling the triggers. They out causing the ruckus. They out causing the riot, man. Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
Some young niggas coming to tell another young nigga, young Israelite, he off, or he need, he's mad about niggas in his crib still in his pocket, possibly, right? Why they wrong? Oppressing them. Children are oppressive, man, and we know that going to Esau too. But go ahead. And he said, children are their oppressors, and what else?
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them, and they do all the stupid shit. A lot of the stupid stuff that go on with our people be over women, over a so-called girl. Come on, real quick.
I want to say real quick, she was the orchestrator of the whole event, ruling over all these men that came together to destroy each other.
And that bitch didn't get touched.
Not touched.
Everybody got touched except even the mama, except the bride, except Eve. Go ahead.
First Ezra 4 and 26. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, become servants for their sake.
Right. So this nigga, when I looked out the window, he was bugged out off top because he's outside on pavement with no shoes on. Some heathen shit. You know, that's some heathen shit. You do that shit in the hood, run the street, race with no shoes on. But nigga, you can track all type of disease in your body like that, man. That's when you release illnesses and receive illnesses, man. That's why babies, they gotta wear booties on their foot and on their hands. Alright? So he was just bugged, he didn't even care. Like, bro, it ain't never that serious. If you gonna be mad, at least make sense. Niggas go out of their wits for women. And then got his mama beat up over this bride. Bro, the nigga was beating his mama up, bro. You can hear the punches. It's like, time, if I had the power to kill the beast, I'll kill all of this. You know what I'm saying? Look at
It's the book of 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be all sent out again.
Right, so this is all prophecy. People gonna be bugged out. They was outside in a disarray. He was like, what is these niggas doing in my house? Right, what are they doing in your house? That's not supposed to go on when God's green earth. The reason this go on because in our community, among you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you Israelites, is because you continuously forsake the Lord. You don't know your man. You don't know your owner, your master's crib. You don't know where you come from. You've discontinued from your heritage. All these things, right? You're being foolish, so you're being afflicted, right? You think, man. There's so much you can say, man. Like for instance, dude. Let's say that really is adultery, but let's just say. The nigga she got, like the brother said, she orchestrated and set the shit up. Let's say the nigga that she used to do that shit, and she obviously with now, right? Like how I said, let's say he took his girl. That's adultery. But that's why I said in the spirit talking to the brother, like the same way he got her, the same way he gonna lose her, right? But little dude, lo and behold, why would the Lord let dude get blood beat out of him and his mama beat up? And the brother actually know the Jake, man. You know, that's what's crazy. Like, it was in my spirit to like say something like, yo, not try to stop the judgment, because you let that shit rock. But to tell motherfuckers y'all gonna die. I just want to tell them like, bro, you gonna die for a girl, bro. The other nigga was on demon time. I was like, yo, bro, that's your girl? He's like, nah, it's my little brother girl. He's like, wow, what's up? Police, he handcuffed. They come on, so what happened? He's like, the nigga got the fuck beat out of him, that's why. They got his ass beat, that's what happened. He was just a complete demon. I walked past so I could see the demon in his eye. But see, the other Jake that had the shit happen to him, if you will, he was in a completely different spirit. But they all off because they none of them in the truth. But once again, the point more so is, why would the Lord allow that to happen to him if he didn't do that? So let's just say, what if he stole that girl from somebody else? See that? But nonetheless, you niggas off because that ain't your girl. See that? Go ahead.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 5 and 8, it says,
so, one more time from the top.
yeah, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places.
That's confusion. Why are these niggas in my house? Because the same way you got her is the same way you losing her now, bro. Which is probably through taking her from somebody else. That's why niggas is in your house. You see what I'm saying? She ain't really with you. Most of these women your enemy. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah. Continue, it says,
you can't make this up. You did the sit down Sunday, you know, through the spirit, going through the spirit. Basically, I've been sitting on that through the spirit, and then all the other brothers who came together and did it. Right? And then the Lord doubles down on that being something to take heed to is, prophecy, important prophecy, an important mention, an important focal point by having an Israelite sister, sleep on, obviously, she got hit 6 times like a dude in her car from a dude that supposedly had road rage, and she lived to tell the story. And now this happens, you know, in a little situation, a little, you know. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and the fire shall oft sent out again. Right. Shall be oft sent out again.
Go ahead.
And it says, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
There it is. So unclean, dirty women, spiritual, bugged out women bringing forth little hoodlums, little demons. You know? His mama got beat up and him. Now the Lord probably could use that situation to tighten that Jake head up. Like the brother said, this place gonna be destroyed. There ain't nothing but confusion here. Nothing but confusion. They got counselor on their shirt. His shirt say, bitch, I'm busy. Yeah, busybodies. Working out at all, but our busybodies. get involved and do all that shit, bring that harm. And then when she see blood coming out of him, his mama get beat up, a man she slept with, laid with, ate with, all that shit. Bleeding the fuck out now. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, look at y'all. Now she telling y'all to stop. Stop, leave him alone. Look at y'all do to him. Would you get up with him? No! No! And this bitch the only one untouched.
She okay the whole thing.
Yeah!
She the one that brought them there. That's all it did. Brought them there to that situation. She enticed the situation, gassed them dudes up, and it happened. And she the one sitting there crying, talking about, look what you did. So that's what you did.
She allowed them dudes to.
She said it. She did that. That's all
Set
right.
that shit up, man. Bitch, look. Man, that shit crazy.
That shit was premeditated. And she said, you know, I sat out in the car before it all happened. And it happened in order. It all happened according to how she seen it. And it went for it to happen. So she did all of that, you know? It's really that simple.
Isaiah 3 said what it said.
Right. So that's it, man. Just read it again, 3 and 12.
Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Yeah. Young nigga, young nigga, young nigga. Young nigga, young nigga, young nigga. Young nigga. And that's exactly why people are in an oppressed state. All the young niggas are rappers. All the young niggas who are children. All the young niggas who are children got all the raps that got our people killing each other. Got our people mad they don't have certain things. They got our people hating on the next brother. You see what I'm saying? They got the oppression going on. And then in specifics it says, what? Women rule over them, man. Niggas put their wits at the bottom. Nigga put his own mama at the bottom before the damn woman. Which, if in righteousness, that's supposed to happen. But not when it's on the left-hand side, not when it's wickedness. That's being out of your wits. You see what I'm saying? That shit crazy, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err,
See?
and destroy the way of thy paths.
Yep. All right. So let's jump to verse. We about to eat on that. All right. Jump to verse 16. Start at 15. And read.
Isaiah 3 and 15. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces?
See? What mean ye that beat my people? The Lord wants these people getting beat spiritually or physically. See that? That's literally what's going on. He's beating up one of his daughters. Yo, he's beating up his mama, dog. Like you can hear the part. I like, bro. If we want some sense, like them niggas would got touched. Like for real. That nigga, like, first of all, bro, that's his woman. Then when I asked you, dumb nigga, like I said, you kind of realize why. You kind of realize why I said it to him. But see, he tried to get slick at the mouth. He didn't even realize, well, the Lord gonna kill you for what you just did. And you don't even know who you could be talking to right now. Like we looking to kill you niggas for real. You know what I'm saying? Like in the spirit, right? Fuck Esau, man. We gonna say shit, they gonna butcher. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, Lord. But I say this: brothers and sisters know what we talking about. The fish is gonna be turned into hunters. So why you niggas like him get smart? And I'm simply all I was gonna ask him. You let you rock, bro. Is that your girl? Nah, that's my little brother girl. He's like, wow, what's up? This nigga, I ain't say nothing. I was gonna be like, if he said yeah or no, she gonna get you killed, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Deuces. Watching niggas. Oh, they living in my bed. They living in my bed. You don't do all that, man. When you see like this bitch done ball death to you, leave that ball alone. Let her go. I'm not finna go out my wits. You know what I'm saying? Like. It ain't nothing, bro. He got his mama beat up with him. She trying to hold the dude back like this. And he was like, and then the demons just overwhelmed him and he pushed her, pop, you can hear those shits. And then obviously his mama ain't finna watch him die. She jumps in, he starts stomping and beating her ass.
If he had any sense, he would have, all right. His mom trying to come in, he going, you too?
He kept going, yeah, that's exactly how he did.
It happened more than once. He wanted her, right?
The second time, like, because after the first time, Jake got back up and he was over the Issachar like this, like, you know, like, damn, this little nigga strong. Got back up. The second time, they all went back down again, and they was beating them for like a minute straight. You know, you can kill somebody like that.
That drunk easy got shot up.
I knew that nigga was gonna pull out the bank.
Easily.
Over this bride, and then she started screaming because you could tell like it was going too far. She's like, "Look what you doing to him! Stop!" Next time, and I didn't even think he was gonna get back up no more. But really, this what happened. I think the Issachar got up, and then when they was finally done, Judah, he was down now. He wasn't even up no more. His mom was over him crying, like screaming.
Right.
I was like, damn. Right, you know that shit gonna happen. This is the same shit we see on the news. You just seeing it physically. Ain't used to, ain't not used to. I see that shit all. I see that shit growing up. Bro. That shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's different, obviously, when you know the truth. But when he finally got back up, the nigga he turned around, he was leaking, and then it took the deuce. And before he got back up, the nigga that was jumping in, doing all the extra shit, beating up the mama and shit, he had blood on his shirt. So when his mama got back up, because obviously she didn't get her ass whooped like that, but she got her ass whooped. She went and stood over him. She was like, oh my God. The next time he got up, when he finally got up, he was leaking, looking like a monster. I was like, damn. But the whole situation was bugged out how he even went about it. He jumped on the Issachar like it ain't the other nigga involved. He don't move like that. I'ma kill you, nigga. And he ain't just getting his ass beat. Forgot about his mama, basically. That shit probably turned him up.
Right.
Which is why he kept getting back up. You know? That nigga, bro, them niggas gonna die for that shit. Now I asked him, he try to get slick. Like, bro, I do your ass for real. Like, the spirit, I send up them prayers. Like, see, how the situation's supposed to go, y'all niggas supposed to be dead. In most case scenarios in America, you do die, because that's trespassing. And a lot of niggas been dying like that. But a lot of niggas also been dying off getting involved in trying to save these niggas. In a lot of the situations, it's been niggas getting involved with a dude fighting with his girl to fight the dude. When the Lord start putting you niggas together, you so-called saber hoes, don't hit no girl, niggas. When more of y'all start dying, all y'all start dying, don't say shit, man. And that's exactly what them niggas supposed to do. Because his reason to the fucking cop was what? He don't know. He ultimately said he didn't know. He was just like, oh, he got his ass beat. Like a dumb nigga. Now I looked down on all past, I was like, I can't say none of this nigga.
He want to say he didn't know the bride too. He's like, I don't even know her. He said this, I don't even know her.
So when I asked him, is that your girl? Right? How you gonna beat another nigga ass over a bitch that you own now? She wasn't even yours. She was yours. Which it don't went far as you beating up him because he mad to dial in his kid and his mama. And he's leaked up now. You done fucked him up. That shit crazy. Y'all never even had beef.
You don't know this dude. Nothing.
If I was a simp, bro, I would have flew out the window just to see how can you be a simp and still go out the window with the same reason. Because obviously I'll go out the window off the same reasoning based off what we know. But I couldn't do that as a simp because the simp don't have this reason. But that's why I was like, bro, we can't wait till the Lord allows us to touch these niggas, man.
It's like you said, if you had the power, you would have killed him. You would have, tell him you committed adultery. And punishment for adultery is death. I was saying, if you had the power, you said that you would have put him to death. You would have told the girl, because you probably would have knew the situation. You said, you committed adultery, you died. You committed adultery, you died now too. This is punishment. The punishment of adultery is death. All you die now. You boom, put him to death. Not getting that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish reading. Nothing to do with it. Nothing. They all scandalous, they get some lights.
Isaiah 3:15. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor?
You don't know you're doing that to an Israelite. Like we all getting shit. Fall with they compose. You know what I'm saying? But when you know this, like you doing the worst thing you can do. Like you hurt like the Lord's people. y'all, like this y'all bloodline relatives. Go ahead, brother.
Saith the Lord God of hosts.
Yep, go ahead.
Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks,
So somehow this all go back to the women. See that? Go ahead.
and stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with his scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Yeah, that was it from that verse. All right, so jump to verse 24. Again, read it again. So the Lord says, it's these damn women, man. A lot of this is due to these women. A lot of Jake's getting their ass beat and killed because of these women. They young niggas messing with these women. These so-called women. That's why. Go ahead.
Isaiah 3 and 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. Instead of the well-set hair, baldness.
And that's why many dudes is out of their wits doing stuff like that over women that are in this state now. They're not even women. And basically, that's the Lord telling you that that's why he gonna fuck y'all up. Because of all this, and that's why he has fucked y'all up. But he ain't started yet, right? He started, but you ain't seen nothing yet, right? How everybody get touched except that broad, man? Go ahead, man. I watched them. Somebody mama get the shit beat out of them, man. Go ahead, man. But you still hold Jeremiah 7 and 14, right? Yep, that's cool. Matter of fact, yeah, read that one.
Jeremiah 7 and 14. Yep, 7 and 14 says, therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein ye trust. Jeremiah 7 and 16. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor a prayer for them.
There it is, man. Because our people, they do this because they hate the Lord, really. That's why I was sitting meditating on, like, this mama probably talking shit about the Lord. She probably celebrating Christmas and shit. She probably ignorant as hell. So that's why you gotta learn this too. If you will see judgment, if you will get Psalms 28, Proverbs 28:5, you will see judgment, lose your mind, you will get all heartfelt about it. But you're stupid because, and it could get you killed, which would be due to you not first learning this. Because if you learn this first, you will have learned what? It tell you when, let's get it real quick, go 4 and 6. Whoever parents being innocent.
Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent.
How can you remember something that you never learned? See, that's why you learn this first. But then when you see judgment, you will remember what you just told you to do. Read one more time.
Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent.
And so, see, it's critical. It's like life or death. You say, remember, I pray you. Because if you forget when you see judgment because it's your people, you will fuck around and go, you attach yourself to the people that's in it. Now, if those people got death designated to them in that very moment, you're going to catch that. So that's why when we learn this and we see judgment, we're going to do this. We will remember, right? Go ahead.
Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent.
See?
Or where was the righteous cut off?
Right. Yeah, hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, like for example, you see an old Israelite lady, something bad happened to her. Let's say you see her get beat up, but little as you know, her grandson was trying to tell her that Jesus is not the Messiah. You know, condemning Jesus to her and she, talking back, saying, no, Jesus is this, Jesus is that. You know, basically,
that's it. But see, the thing is with that, sometimes it's always going to be different. Now, the thing is with that, you obviously not going to know, but the point is, what he just said as an example could be the case for that woman, for that old woman that you're seeing that happen, right? And what I want to point out to the spirit was how it said, if whoever cut off, who was ever cut off, that dude was literally cut off and locked into that judgment. He couldn't get up, he couldn't get his mom out of the situation. It's like he was cut off. But whoever been put in that situation, that was innocent. So that's why, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment,
Right.
but they that seek the Lord understand all things.
Right. So that's why we are to learn this first, so because we'll understand judgment when we see it. That's simple. All right. Okay, let's jump back. So Jeremiah 7:16. Go back to
Jeremiah 7:16. Therefore pray not for thou this people. Pray not thou for this people. Neither lift up cry nor prayer for them.
Because you know when we seeing them being fucked up and cut off in there, all people hurting each other. If you learning this, you're like, okay, you have to do something. I don't know what it is, but I know it's something worthy to where you're in this situation. You see what I'm saying? Now a lot of times it can also be for the whoever that might be in the receiving end of that might make it out to learn the truth. Like a lot of people that were born blind, they weren't born blind because they did sin. They actually did something. Sometimes it can be for a miracle purpose. I might talk to you. You see what I'm saying? Like you just never know. But the point is, with knowing this, you save yourself, man. That's why I said, and what's that? Is that Philippians 4? Or is that, yes, I think it might be 1 Peter 4. In this thou shalt save thyself. You know, man, hear me? Get that real quick. So when you learn this, you're able to save yourself. A lot of moments, every day, all day is life, death situation. That's why I tell you that in 2nd Ezra, you can get it real quick. And then we'll run back. 2nd Ezra 5, real quick, 15 and spirit of movement, 15 and 16. And got it. Alright, 15 and 16. Alright, 15 and 16.
Is that right? It's all right.
Right, alright.
Sirach 15, verse 16. Because he has set fire. Sirach 15 and 16. He has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand unto whether thou wilt.
17.
Before man is life and death.
See? That's the situation we're in 24/7, around the clock. Every minute they take. Life or death. Somebody being born right now. Somebody is on their way out, man. Somebody in a situation of where they about to be on their way out. See that? Somebody that's committed something that's about to have them on their way out. You see, so that's why it's good to know this, because all that's what? Judgment. And you might see some of those situations in front of you. Right? So with knowing this, you'll remember, and you're going to see your people. Those situations played out upon your people, our people. The beautiful Israelites, the salt of the earth, you're going to see it played out on them, man. So that's why it's critical to take heed to this, because I very much felt for them. You know what I'm saying? I felt. That's why you got to really, through the spirit, the brother last night talked about he wanted to go into being alone. And that ties all to being able to be how you need to be also in moments where you see judgment. You see what I'm saying? Because you just took on Eli, he didn't have that. Eli seen a lot of judgment. Like that bride that asked him, can I go with you? She's like, where are you going? West. Can I go? No. But she almost got raped to death. And you know that probably can happen to her again, but he don't care. Because he understands judgment. He's trying to save his own life. But That's why it's so critical to take heed to this and learn this, because you're going to see these situations, man. And when you see these situations, they life or death. And if you get involved when you're not supposed to, it's going to be due to you not knowing this or taking heed to it, and you can end up dying. See that? Just like if it's a life situation, you got to know the situations when you see them too, because you probably should get involved, and you can probably get life, right? So that's it on that. Go ahead.
1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue with them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Yeah. No, real quick, both there, 4 and 7. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
You gotta stay in this doctrine, stay in this word. Right? So when you get in situations, wisdom gonna meet you in every thought. Right? Then you're gonna have a scripture that guides you for every moment. Sometimes scripture might not come to mind and you just get led the right way anyway. It's an angel. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the way. But that's gonna lead to you saving yourself in situations where you need to depart. Like a situation of judgment. It's an emotional self situation. You watching a dude, you might see an Edomite getting ready to put your people to death. And you already know how we feel about Esau. You see what I'm saying? What do? End up on the news, end up downtown, end up charged with murder. That shit could have happened. But see, it's so fucked up. You know, we're on different times. We're on different times. If we get involved, see, we're not playing with our people. Ain't no lukewarm. We're not fighting, bro. We probably gonna put this there. You know what I'm saying? If we get involved and gotta fight, we gotta kill this one. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna play this. Because then he get up, he gets acting crazy. We either gonna put you to death or damn near put you to death. So we don't even involve ourselves in matters. Because it's life or death. According to the doctrine, we ain't know. Right? Right there should be like Proverbs 7. Like people are as he that strive with the priest. Lord, yeah, 4 and 4. Yep.
Hosea 4 and 4. Let no man strive nor reprove another, for that people already.
We're going to jump up to the top. Go ahead and finish. Start at 1.
Hosea 4 and 1.
No.
Hosea 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Yet let no man strive nor reprove another.
See? Don't even argue with these niggas, man. Stay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
For that people are as they that strive with the priest.
Right, because they don't listen. And don't even look to like make an argument on a good stand or he can't protect, or he can go tell that brother sorry. Man, the hell with all that, man. These niggas that argue with our shot. They argue with God. That's why the Lord had to tell Ezekiel that. He said, I'm sending you to a hard-headed people, man. They ain't gonna hear you. They don't hear me. So they ain't gonna hear you, man. They don't listen to me. Right? You start at 1. That's all. 4 and 1.
Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Right, so we gotta understand our people. First of all, we gotta understand what? That our people, first of all, the Lord controls everything, right? Life, death, people, wounds, all that. So he wanted that thing. And we gotta understand what? That our people, that the Lord has a controversy with our people. They in transgression. A lot of them worthy of death. A lot of them were worthy of the very things that happened to them. They didn't know the truth. They weren't in on the truth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother. And that's why Zephaniah 1 is serious. Because if you're not in the right spirit, you're not going to see these things. Like the Lord said, before man is life and death. This is not a death situation. This is life up here. So all the words we tell you, if you don't take heed to them, you're going to go and find yourself in the very same scenario, man. This is coming from somebody that stayed in the Word. So we all subject to it, man. Go ahead, brother.
So therefore it will continue because there is no truth. So therefore it will from the top. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Right, and that's why the Lord, all this happened because they don't know the truth. But a lot of it is also because they don't want to know the truth. Right? Go ahead, a lot of them have rejected it. And you don't know when it's that situation. You know, that's the reason for why you may see a situation playing out among your people. That's a deadly one. That's a heartfelt one. That's a tragedy. One of tragedy. You don't know if that's the reason. You don't know if somebody gainsayed against the Lord. You don't know what. You know what I'm saying? But you know this. You know it could be these things, right? It tells you to do these things. Come on.
Because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land.
Come on, watch this.
By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out.
What?
They break out and blood touches blood.
See? They end up in all these situations because they refuse to know the Lord. Through deceit, they refuse to know me, going to Jeremiah the 9th chapter. So that's why that happened, man. That was a moment of adultery, stealing. They were stealing another man's property. You know, I don't know if that was in his woman important life. In comparison to them niggas, it was. You see what I'm saying? Now, obviously that's not exactly how it works. You know, a woman, the first man she laid down with and was committed with, that's her husband. So dude might not have been that dude. You see what I'm saying? So, but either way, them niggas is still wrong. But it ended up in a blood touching blood, right? Black on black crime, brown on brown crime, right? Black on brown crime, whatever. Because of our people's own foolishness, their own wickedness, right? So you can't feel bad for these people. You don't look up pride nor prayer for their ass, man. A lot of you about to see a lot more judgment. What you want? Psalms 91. Psalms 91. All right, gonna bring out what you got. Yep. Back up a little bit. This is Isaiah 30. So actually the brother's scripture is Isaiah 30 and 10. It says what? It says, I actually started verse 9. Isaiah 39, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Right? It's talking about the Israelites, which say to the seers, see not, those that see clearly what's going on and how to not die in this moment and why this happened to you. They tell those very people, you know, I don't want to hear that shit. Right? Get away from me. And so the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They're like, man, I don't know nothing about that Israelite shit, etc. That's how these niggas, a lot of them are filled. And when I tried to ask Jake that did all that to the situation that did the most, it wasn't simply it was that his drill. He came with some slicks. Now he ain't responded to nigga, man. But he gonna die because of that, right? He also couldn't reason. He was too much of a retard demon. He didn't know why he did what he did. He didn't even know the little girl. Bitch. She's a bitch, man. A shameless woman shall be counted after the dog, man. Bring some other niggas in another man's house and sleeping and eating with and taking care of you. right? Setting him up while he see his mom, and he just told the niggas to let him. But see, y'all women stupid. You don't even have that power. You created a situation you really didn't want it. And now, once you see the results, what the results are, you don't want to deal with it. But yet, there's more. Just let her keep living. That bitch gonna die. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the book of Ezekiel 3, verse 7. It says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. So it's declared, the Heavenly Father said they won't even listen to him. So we go be here to bring forth this word. They're not gonna listen to us naturally. But now it's really just to get this. Psalm chapter 107 and verse 17, it reads, fools, because of their transgression and because of their iniquities are afflicted. So ultimately these things come to these people because of their very own actions. You know, we don't know exactly what's happening before that event happened, but they are afflicted because they're not listening to this word. They don't know their power. They're out of line.
It's all prophecy.
They're time.
The thing we ain't saying, we talking about some shit, you see, it's some women, man. That's prophecy, man. Fucking woman, how the hell we here on concrete, knees hurting right now? Whatever you need to do.
Jeremiah 7 and 16. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them. Neither make intercession for me. Neither make intercession for me. I will not hear thee.
Yeah, the Lord ain't hearing that shit. Lord, please. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the mama get beat. Lord, please. Making it. Well, I pray the Lord do judge them niggas that did that, because they was out of line. But obviously they got touched for a reason. Now, and obviously, from a perception standpoint, it looks like even if they both were wrong, the dude and the woman was more wrong than the mama and the Jake. But from a godly standpoint, because remember the Lord said our thoughts not his thoughts. He like, nah, they all equal. Because he did this. Yeah, he didn't do what he did over here, but yet they equal. He like, he did this and he did that, and she did this and she did that, and his mama did this back when. The Lord might even got it from something from her past life. That's what's heavy about it. And you just see it manifest. Oh shit.
The mama's the Northern King, right?
He like. Jesus Christ, beat up. Right. Right? So the majority of our people gonna die. Alright? So that's just what so don't get all heartfelt about it, man. It was something I want to call to the spirit. But you about to see a lot more of them die. So now you got the mentality you need to have. Go ahead, bro. So much on
Psalm 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust.
Yeah, right. The Lord say, stay out of those situations, stay out of them. Don't lift up cry nor prayer, don't do it. And he said don't lift up cry nor prayer, don't get emotional about this shit. You can't, they wicked. Go ahead, you know judgment. Go ahead.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right, you gonna be, all this ruckus going around, the Lord's gonna keep you from it by you first and foremost taking heed to what he told you. We didn't end up in cuffs because we took heed to what the Lord told us. We didn't end up spitting blood all over, explaining ourselves to Esau the cop, because we took heed to what the Lord told us. Now once again, it's very easy to sit and listen to what we're telling you this story, but it's a whole nother, and how we apply the scripture, but it's a whole, you hear like, oh yeah, I would have did the same thing. It's a whole nother thing when you're in a situation because feelings involved, flesh involved. See what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers will go out to get judged. Go ahead. You got a lot of Jakes that can't even agree with their adversary when they get pulled over. You think you can really watch?
4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Yeah. So if you truly trust in the Lord, you see these moments manifest in front of you, and you don't end up in front of you, and end up in them, you don't end up hurt by them, right? You deliver from them. You that's when you learn if you got wisdom and if the angels are with you, right? And if you what? Truly trust in the Lord. Go ahead. Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
And under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
That's it. Because you know this truth, you're going to be protected from all things. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
Right.
nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
We was laughing at a point. You see what I'm saying? I was laughing. I started laughing at some point. I was like, these dumb niggas, man. Oh my God, look what you doing. Then he finally said out loud what was going on. Cause I could tell it was over a woman. I heard niggas being niggas. I heard beats niggas. Niggas started to get ramped up in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And then when he got to the point when he just said, what these niggas doing in my house? I was like, yeah. Pride. They coming to get her. She just committed adultery, basically. Shit like that. Then I got the, you know, and that shit went down. It's like all damn flesh, boom, boom, boom. And eventually, I laughed, man. I laughed at the terror. See, I wasn't afraid of it. Go ahead.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday.
And a lot more stuff gonna happen in this day. Our people gonna catch these diseases. You gonna start panicking and being hurt, helping them when they start dropping like flies out here, because they probably took the dad. You might be walking down the street in a crowd full of Jakes, coming out to gig or some shit like that, coming from the grocery store. Once the Israelites, you see them start dropping, women and shit. If a spiritual man gonna judge all things, judge them on like, damn, is this judgment? Damn, the Lord control all things. Damn, he made them pass out. Damn, they died. Damn, is she dying? You know what? Damn, why would this happen? Damn, she probably took a jab. Something like that, right? Versus a carnal man, he's, oh my God, baby. Call 911. Yeah, please, somebody give a CPR.
Brown man, what is he?
She got pork stuck on her teeth. Her breath right, the lunch she stink. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Psalm 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side.
see? Come on, man. You about to see a lot more judgment. Brothers sitting in the car, that shit happened. They like behind the bucket truck. The truck beat. Oh, mama, one of our old people getting, all we know, we both know she about to die. And he's sitting here like, that's the sound we coming into. You gonna be in your car, and you're like, damn, somebody died behind me. That's why the Lord had that shit happen, man. It's gonna be so much judgment out here. You might be getting gas, you start going to get gas sometimes, and a car might get kidnapped in front of you. A car might get raped in front of you. Somebody might get gunned down in front of you. You might see somebody you're gonna see more of the plagues manifest as we at the end. More the detailed things the Lord talks about, man. Right? Well, go ahead.
Psalm 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side.
But what do? You stay spiritual because you was prepped up on this, man. If you believe, go ahead. You still move accordingly.
And 10,000 at thy right hand.
Man, it was what? It was like 6 of them out there. It was yeah, kind of. It's like 5 of them out there, man. Blood touching blood, man. Go ahead.
But it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold
And what?
and see the reward of the wicked.
Of who?
Of the wicked.
What happened if they weren't with you? Go ahead.
The book of Lamentation, chapter 3, and verse 32. It says, but though he cause grief, yet will he have compassion according to the multitude of his mercies. So it says the Lord causes grief, but he's going to have compassion. And also it's going to be those who actually see compassion, they're going to be able to walk on. And it's going to be those put to grief. I'm going to continue reading. It says, for he doth not afflict willingly, nor grieve the children of men. So the Lord, if you're afflicted, it's because you did something. That's just not how the Lord works. That judgment was sent out with a purpose, with a reason. You want to say something, right?
That's it. That's fine.
Yeah. Verse 34 says, to crush under his feet all the prisoners of the earth, to turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High. It says to subvert a man in his cause. The Lord approveth not. So that was it. can't subvert a man in his cause, meaning that judgment. Who is we to walk in the way?
Oh, read that again. That's not. Stock. Just go ahead. Read on something.
Yeah, it says
come to the previous verse.
Yeah, kind. It says to crush under his feet all the prisoners of the earth.
Right. So the Lord ain't doing wicked. It says the Lord bringing forth his judgment every morning, but the unjust knoweth no shame. He will not do his iniquity. Just Lord is in the midst thereof. Zephaniah 3 and 5. Right. Go ahead.
To turn aside.
But he ain't doing it because he's some big bully because he can. When the Lord gets you touched, ultimately he touched you. It's because you lost. Right. You already in chains. Some people already in captivity. Then these fucked up bodies. He ain't trying to oppress the prisoners. Go ahead.
It says to turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High. To subvert a man in his cause. The Lord approveth not.
Right.
The Lord approveth not.
Right. The Lord, he's not with basically doing wrong over there. You know? Go ahead.
It says, who is he that said, and it cometh to pass?
So yeah, that's it. So that's just to show you the Lord, he don't do, that's why it says, is there any unrighteousness of God? God forbid. Show mercy on whom he will have mercy. That ain't what we're offering. Right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 3 and 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there should be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher or girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Right. So yeah, that's the Lord he's doing to these women. These women are a prime reason all this is happening. And that's why that burning going into what? It's spiritual. It's going into the diseases, STDs, which will come from adultery and shit like that. The Lord gonna get that bitch an STD. Then she gonna get hit with a new. If she's worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's save her all the way reserved to the day of wrath. You know what I'm saying? And she see her demise. Go ahead. She might not make it that far. Go ahead.
Thy men shall fall by the sword.
Right. And it's because all this happening, because of your doing, these women's doing. Look what she had happen. She got her mama beat up. She did nothing about it. Why you ain't jump in and start fighting? You was just laying down with this nigga. Why you ain't start beating their ass? Because these women are ruthless. Next time he see that bride, we might see her, right? Dude might be the truth. Maybe not. But next time that bride seen, she gonna be, if you can give Micah 7 and 10 real quick. One more time on that.
Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war.
Right. That's the same verse.
The book of Micah chapter 7 verse 10, it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it.
Right. Women that got situations like that going on, have situations like that happen, that you want to do what you want to do and not know the Lord, you want to not be righteous, you want to not do the right thing, you know you shouldn't have did that shit. And look what he turned into. But look what it's going to turn into you, for you, thus saith the Lord, because of that shit. On the top.
It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. This is the book of Micah 7 and 10. It says, and shame shall cover her,
right,
which said unto Slacky.
It says she shall see it. She shall see the error in her way. Lord gonna open her eyes, she gonna see, but it's gonna be too late. Right? She's gonna see the vision that hastily greatly. She's gonna see that the Lord is bringing judgment on women for doing shit like that. She might go home tonight and see on the news a woman got killed for the same shit. And she might see it again. One of her friends might get in the same situation and she died. All to tell her what? Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her.
Next time we see you, go ahead.
Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Of the what?
Of the streets.
Shall she what?
Be trodden down.
Who?
She
what?
Shall be trodden down as the mire
Where?
of the streets.
See? That bitch gonna be in the street on the pavement, getting put to death, getting stumped the fuck out. Everybody got touches up turf, man.
And that's almost scary. She didn't get touched in that whole event.
Slap.
He got a bloody shirt on. That man's face looks like Hitman Hearn hit him.
Mama
She
got leaves all over her hair.
All over her hair. It's called The youngest, like he on the ground, he dirty, he got beat up. She unscathed, untouched. But the one crying, talking about, look what you did, look what y'all did. She the one that put all this together. She was the orchestrator. She was pulling the strings. And then really, if I could really quick, basically when I would go back to think about it, because I sort of watched the event happen, they was in this little bitty, like little gas saver car, like one of you can't fit nothing in there. So she was really on some moving out shit. That was never really the cause, because it wasn't nothing that could fit in that one, you know. So that shit was completely set up for that to happen, and it went forth to happen. And she gonna be accountable for that.
These bitch ass niggas, this nigga, he just excuse, this nigga a woman beater, beat girls and shit. You know what I'm saying? After that, I asked him, like, yo, that was like, yo, I was like, bro, that's like, that's your girl? And I go tell her, like, she gonna get you killed. But he came with, yo, that's my little brother girl. Why, what's up? Like, this nigga dumb. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Israelites, y'all the Jews, y'all gotta repent. Man's gonna be destroyed. But anyway, you know, so he came back with that response. I forget what the hell I was about to say. You know?
On top of that, he said all of that. He said he beat girls, but he went on to beat up this man's woman.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the cut. When you said that shit, I was like, damn. He beat girls, but yeah, he beat up this nigga mama. But his reason, you niggas in that, nigga, that's his property. He can do what the fuck he want, man. You niggas gonna die. A nigga just got his jaw broke. A nigga just got killed behind that. In the last 2 weeks, jumping in situations of complete strangers that are a couple arguing. The first situation, the dude jumped in, he tried to break some shit up or some bullshit, he tried to stop the woman. You know what I'm saying? The nigga ended up beating this nigga to death. Next thing you know, they said this is the story, the nigga woke up in the hospital with his jaw broke. And they asked him, would he do it again? He said, yeah, of course. He was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. I got mamas, I got sisters, and all types. This nigga a fucking fool. The nigga is a fucking fool. I actually got a crazy precept to that, man. A crazy scripture. Lord willing, the Lord give it to me, right? But you're not supposed to do that, man. I'm talking, I got a nasty one. Man, what's how that joint go? But, oh, you know what? Hell, specific. Metal in that business ain't got shit to do with it. All right? But, that's what's gonna happen to this nigga, man. Oh, in the last situation, a nigga got judged for jumping in with a woman fighting her man, so-called, some shit like that at a gas station. Her ex, right? Her ex kills this nigga, he shoots this nigga, and she gets in a car with the nigga that the dumb nigga was trying to save her from, and rides off. So you niggas is simps, you niggas is morons. Dumb niggas is supposed to got put to death today, man. Completely. Y'all being in somebody else's bed, adultery, he's supposed to dome you niggas, man. That's why when he said that slick shit, I was like, man, you don't even know what time. You think you a demon, you think you really like that. You're not, bro. The demon got you thinking you like that. You're not really like that, man. None of you dudes, because you don't reason. If someone asks you why something happened and you say you don't know, how can you really say you're mad? When you're mad, you know why you're mad. No, you niggas just act like bitches. You people act like fucking morons, man. You're mad if you can articulate why you're mad. You're not mad if you can't do that. You can get furious to the point to where you don't even know, but at some point you're gonna come back down and you'll be able to say, you nigga didn't even know, because he was just on demon time. And then started to get slick after you just did some demon shit that's gonna get you killed. And now you're talking to crazy to somebody you don't even know that could be your fucking worst nightmare, man. Which goes into Jeremiah 16. Alright? So let's get this finish the scriptures out. Go ahead, man.
Isaiah 3:25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Yeah. So these niggas gonna die out here, man, because they going out of their wits for women. All the stupid shit they do. So all these women that's using these peon niggas as stepping stones to get where you want, only to end up in your demise, a lot of y'all gonna see that on the way. A lot of y'all gonna realize that on the way, when you get to the end and you look back and all the stepping stones, that's like say you step across the river on stones, and when you get to the other side and you look back, all the stones gone. That's gonna be like the niggas. You gonna look back and every nigga you used to get to from one place to another gonna be dead, and you gonna know it's your wicked ass. And then when you come from looking back and seeing that and look up, you gonna get hit with some shit. You might get mauled to death. Before it happened, you might look back, look up, and then the thought just go off in your head like of what you did. Shame gonna cover your ass. And you look up, the Lord might open you up to see an angel. You know? Say something to you in Hebrew, you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? She just died, so. Alright? I don't think that was it. That was it? Wherever you got, bring up. It still holds up and out. Remember, we never finished that. And Jeremiah 16:16. Alright, come on, whatever you got. Now let's get the Zephaniah 1:14.
Book of Zephaniah,
Close out after these.
chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
Woo! Let me read this real quick. Proverbs 26:17. It says, "He that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears." And they tell you don't wake up a sleeping dog. Because you're vulnerable to whatever that dog will do to your ass, man. Let me read that again. It says, "He that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh the dog by the ears." So you niggas subject to whatever you get. First nigga got his jaw broke. That nigga got put to death. He died from that shit. And these niggas got whatever coming to them from this shit. You beat up a nigga, mad at y'all because y'all in his house stealing his woman, and then on top of that, you done beat up his mama and you done beat him to death. And then you talk crazy to somebody outside the situation that could be anybody. I could have been an angel. Really, in the spirit, we are angels, right? He entertained me, but he gave the wrong answer, right? Anyway, right, spiritually speaking, he gave the wrong answer. So now he about to see the air. He gonna get whatever, plus that, what he did, plus that situation, the response he gave me, he gonna get whatever he got from simply passing by and striving, you know, in a matter that didn't concern him. He said he didn't even know shorty. That nigga could die tonight. He might die tomorrow when they let him out the station. Nigga might rape you with a gun. He's gonna torture these niggas, bro. Go ahead.
I want to read that again.
Stop. It don't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, come on. Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath.
That day is a day of wrath, man.
A day of trouble and distress.
Army niggas, tough niggas, gang leaders, you know, niggas that's out here having this shit, as niggas be saying, you know, having their way with this shit. They gonna cry like little girls, man, in the time to come. The nigga got his ass beat. That's what's up. That's what happened. Go ahead.
It says a day of wasteness and desolation.
Yeah, you niggas gonna be desolate. You're dealing with one that makes you soft. All right, I tell you that in the book of Job. The Lord making my heart soft, man. Go ahead.
A day of darkness and gloominess.
Yep. Something darker than you. See, you niggas think y'all dark. You don't even know the one that you would deny, the one that you would say got us corny, is the creator of that darkness. And ain't nobody darker than him. See that? Go ahead.
It says a day of clouds and thick darkness. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against high towers.
Yeah, America, going to America being destroyed. All right, so this is just dealing with all the things that's to come, and we just got into a detailed one. The Lord said He's about to pull up on this woman. The Lord said we're gonna see she that is my, we're gonna see the one that is our enemy. He tried it down, as Meyer in the street, and we can see the reason why now. All right. I'm gonna read this. This is Job 20:31-23. It says, "For destruction from God, the Most High, was a terror to me, and by reason of His highness, I could not endure." And that's what you niggas gonna come to realize, man. All right. All All right, go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and 17. It says, I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust.
See? Y'all did things the Lord told you not to do. It says treat your elders. You see, the scriptures say treat your elders as parents. They beat her ass. That was Jeremiah 16 and 16. You can hold that, and we'll close out. Go ahead.
It says, in their flesh as the dung.
The Lord didn't have him full of the Spirit, according to what's that? Micah 3 and 8, to declare to, full of power to declare to Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what was going on. You going off, you want to you going off. You better repent, the Lord's sick of you, niggas. He was out there in wickedness, touching the apple of the Lord's eye. And didn't even know it. Beating the Lord's people to pieces. That nigga gonna die for that shit, man. Beat another nigga ass to help his brother commit adultery. And to steal. Oh, it says that's law. If a man steals another man and he be caught in his hand, the man that's found in his hand, the man found in his hand, he gonna be put to death, man. Go ahead. Dumb nigga, man. You got more?
Right, that was it.
Almost after 9? Yeah, come on. Come on.
Zephaniah 1 and 18, there's the last verse.
Yep.
It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
Yeah, all you niggas, if you don't die by one of these major events, one of these waves that will bring you death, or due to these waves that's supposed to bring you death, you're also gonna die in a nuclear missile, the lake of fire, man, which is gonna be like a fucking oven. It's gonna be so goddamn hot here, it's gonna be like you're in a fucking oven. And that's not something you want to play with, because none of us have been in the oven before. And what's spiritual about that, ovens ain't open by what's inside of the oven. They're only open by the one that is controlling the oven. So you gonna be smothered, niggas gonna be down here burning and suffocating. It's like they in a fucking oven and they can't do shit about it. You're gonna be like a burnt fucking crisp. Some shit, you're gonna be some shit the Lord left in the oven too long. Go ahead.
Yeah, time.
That was it?
That's a little bit more.
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay, you got it.
This Job, we're gonna finish.
Yeah, it says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Yeah, that's why it's time to do the work of the Lord now, man. You got mothers that think the Lord playing. You halfway doing the work. You caught up in other shit. You know what I'm saying? You in the truth, insincerity. You don't got the right mindset. You think it's about shit it's not about. You want to change that now, because that times to where you ain't gonna be able to change that is rapidly and hastily approaching. We're here, we seen them, they manifesting in what brothers fucking live at, man. This shit is crazy. Bitches, remember the broad beat on my door? Help my baby, please! Oh my baby's not breathing! All this shit. I ain't do shit. I was like, oh, that's just called me in my sleep. Say you trying to get me. I tried to run to the door. Oh, shit. I'm shit on. Have a fucking stocking cap on and shit like that. And I got to the doors, I look, the people, I wasn't even woke. I look, I said, just, I'd open the door, this bitch bring her problems. I'm dirty little baby. Yeah, man, fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, brother. And we trying to tell you niggas, which is the reason, this truth, which you don't listen, which is the reason why we feel like this. So we're fishing for you. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 16, verse 16.
Yep.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
Yeah, that's what's going on now. The niggas, you got fish, just like fish. They don't want to be caught. See? So these niggas is fish. Go ahead.
And I will fish them.
Yep.
And after will I send for many hunters.
Yeah, and afterwards, because the Lord, he like, yo, we gotta get them fish. You don't go fish to not get fish.
Exactly.
See that? They gotta get got. So eventually, we gonna stop throwing the word out and see, waiting for it, throwing the bait out to see who it catch. And eventually we gonna get on some scavenger shit, get a blade, put it in our mouth, hop in that mug, man. You know? Yeah, man. Go ahead.
They shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
So everything that got these niggas thinking they good, the Lord gonna give us a time to where we're gonna actually come get you niggas and take you out of your stupidity. We're gonna take you out of your misery. Because a lot of y'all, the only thing that's good for y'all is death. That's the only remedy. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, there ain't no other, I believe that's in the 9th chapter. There's no other remedy for y'all, man, but death. So we can't wait. So dude thought he got slick at the mouth. Like because he thought he was on demon time. He just made a nigga the Lord ain't even with bleed. You know what I'm saying? And he could be with him. Well, if he teaching the truth, you know them niggas gonna die like I was saying. Right? But nonetheless, you ran across one that the Lord is with. Right? Think you say, oh, this is a good boy. Well, I understand the dark side more than you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know? You just ran across Darth Vader, dude. You just lost your fucking mind. You know? So I'm gonna read this real quick. This so now be it, we're in here. I was about to ask something. This is Job 23. Job 23. You guys can get it. Job 23 and verse 16. I got it. It says, you know what? Go ahead, start at 15.
Job chapter 23, verse 15. Therefore, in my trouble at his presence.
You're supposed to be scared when you see the living Lord, man. And y'all are going to be scared. Because you don't know you done ran across one that's an avenger, basically. You know? Go ahead.
It says, when I consider, I am afraid of him.
Yeah, because the Lord knows everything you ever done. And he only give you righteous judgment. So when you think about the Lord, you get scared because you're like, damn, he control life and death, and he know everything I ever done. And I be hiding shit, and certain shit I done did people don't know about. You get scared because when it comes to him, thinking about him, because he the one who know about all that. And he can kill you and ridicule you and mock you. So you get scared, man. Y'all gonna realize that power is real, man. That's what these niggas about to realize. Go ahead.
It says,
It's not tough, man. Go ahead. And you got men that's his representatives on this earth. Go ahead.
it says, for the Heavenly Father,
In his image. So when you run across us, they fucking scared. They ain't got the same demon energy. Go ahead.
it says, for the Heavenly Father maketh my heart soft, and the Almighty troubleth me.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father maketh my heart soft, man. We soft. We know we ain't shit when it comes to the Lord, man. We know we ain't shit, period. But we know we're something thus saith the Lord. If the Lord says so. So Lord, when you've been edified, you know, you're about to see all this prophecy, man. Take heed, so get how you need to be, you know, before it's too late. Use the plan. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashu, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Kakadash. Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Call me Ashala.
Call me Ashala.
Shalom, shalom.